Welcome to Toy Hill Studio. My name is Kendall Kessler. In the last 3 YouTubes, I did some very creative paintings of the Blue Ridge, and I really want to do something completely different now. I don't have a whole lot in what I call my center of my mind paintings, which are paintings that don't have subject matter, that are music without words. So I had an idea for one I wanted to do today, but if you've watched some of my YouTubes, you know that I also do what are called suggestions paintings, where I just kind of put the paint around and just fool around with the textures and the color, and then if something shows up, I go with it. So I'm going to see what happens. The idea I had is I wanted to do something with calligraphic line and then see what happens. And calligraphic line is a very ornamental line. Of course, I'm sure you've heard of calligraphy, and which is the art of beautiful handwriting. Now, in art, it's more, we mostly refer to it as a line that is just ornamental, that just keeps changing around and has a lot of variations in size and textures as the line reaches across the surface. And I'm just going to see what happens. If something turns up, I might do that. I don't know. Just really wanted to do this today. It's going to take a while to just start to look really interesting to me because I got to cover all the white, get rid of that. I'm sure you've heard me say ad nauseum, if you've watched any of these, that white is a combination of all colors. So it's really hard to see color relations when you have the white surface, so I always want to get rid of it. And I'm just going to really just react to the colors. Just trying to think about a line that is very expressive. And I have a feeling I'm going to be going back into this one off camera because I don't think I'm going to get a lot of complexity in this first layer. Now I do have my hairdryer here, so I can go ahead and just dry it. Keep moving if I want to do it here. I always say I don't like these to be super long. I'm going to use the same size brush for a while, and then I think I'll probably get a much smaller one so that I can get a lot more contrast in what's going on here. Don't have a lot of non-objective, non-figurative, or what most people call abstract paintings, because essentially I'm a representational artist. Artists that like to work from what they see and elaborate on that according to their personality and what they like. But it is truly all the same to me. It's all a matter of arranging shapes within a given field, colors and textures that I think just really look good. Sometimes they're very based on what I see outside, and sometimes they're not. A lot of my paintings I have done what Monet did. People like to say that he was just, or critics like to say that he was just copying nature, and what's the good of that? Well, actually, he changed them quite a bit in the studio. And it wasn't just a matter of trying to copy nature, which you really can't, and he was absolutely right, I think, that you can't because light is always changing. But it was like what we all are interested in art. It's an arrangement. It's how it looks as art. So he said he was trying to, make things look as good as they possibly could look. And he thought, well, that's nothing? How could that be nothing? And I'm a big fan. Well, this is getting kind of interesting. I'm getting the calligraphic line, but at the same time I'm getting a lot more contrast and size than I intended to get in the first layer. So, just have to see what happens. I really like to mix in pink and yellow. You get this really beautiful color that works really well with a lot of other colors I like. But being a colorist, I like all colors. I don't understand people and their biases in colors. But that's the way we are. It's a psychological fact that according to your personality, you tend to like some colors more than others. And although I don't really have a favorite color, if I had to pick one, it probably would be blue-green. but I really don't. Okay. Yeah, I like the way this is emanating out from one area. I did want to do that, and then just keep working with the colors and the textures. I might get a smaller brush soon because I don't want it to get monotonous, regardless of any level of abstraction. And artists consider all art to be abstract. We don't like monotony. Don't like it to be boring. And something like this, really, because it's going around and around, it can be a very captivating type of painting. And like I said before, if you like this kind of painting, it's just because of how it looks. You can't say, well, I like it because it looks like a horse. I like it because it's a car. I like it because it's a ballerina. No. Or I don't like it because of this. It's those things. You either like it because of the way the artist arranged this stuff, or you don't. And don't misunderstand, that doesn't make it superior to other kinds of art. It's just art without biases. It's what we like to call pure art. And again, not better. I don't, well, if there are artists that think that, I disagree. And I think there are some. I disagree. It's not better. It's just an arrangement that gets you beyond any kind of bias and is purely an invention of the artist. Okay, now we're starting to get some problems. I don't want to get that opaque at this point. Remember when I was teaching at Radford University, I always had a hard time getting the students to understand calligraphic line. They didn't understand that it was an ornamental line and that it should change a lot. They would want to make a curlicue line, which, there's nothing wrong with that, but they would just get monotonous. I try to get them to understand, okay, you don't want it to be monotonous. And if you're going to do that curlicue line over and over again, it's going to get monotonous. Okay, I'm starting to get into this. This may just be a one layer. I have got so much to do today. I know I'm always griping about that, but it's so true, especially today. It'd be nice if I didn't have to go back into this one. Okay. Well, I'm starting to really like it. I feel like I need to do more, but at this point I'm not real sure what. So I might just have to, like my husband says, claim victory and retreat. Always like that saying. That's really cool. Of course, he's referring to battles that people didn't win, so claim victory and retreat. Didn't win, but just claim victory anyway. I think I do that with my paintings sometimes. I think all artists do. Because even though we work very hard at this, we're never really satisfied, but then it would be boring. It's always the next one, the next one, the next one. But like I told students, if you work hard, you'll get close. You're never going to get exactly what you want because you're going to continue to learn, continue to change, and keep coming up with different things. But if you work hard, you'll get close. And the one that I am doing now of a flower garden, of my oil painting, my main stuff, I cannot believe how close I'm getting. I don't think I've ever worked on a painting where it just feels like it's coming along so well. And I'm really anxious to get it done. Yeah, I feel like that blue is getting too dark. Really anxious to get to the end of it and put it on my portfolio. But it's taking a long time. As I said before, you gotta wait for oil paint to dry. And I use a very small brush over a very long period of time. It's still a matter of arrangement. It's never a matter of I'm just copying something. Never ever. Oh yeah, see, this is what I figured I'd start doing is, getting a little more complicated, more to it than the calligraphic line, because I like in my regular stuff, I like a lot of contrast and size. It makes it interesting. Okay, let's see, how long have I gone? Just 9 minutes. I don't know if I want to do a whole lot more or quit. It's always a problem. You get certain things going in a painting, especially this type of painting, that if you cover it up, you're not going to get it back. It gets too complicated. So, I don't know. I might just quit. just let it exist the way it is. I'm going to talk a little louder. You're probably having a hard time hearing me. Okay. I don't know. I may just let this be a abstract swirl, and I may not. I'm having trouble, as I said last time, getting the reds to work right. I might try one more time. I tend to get this reddish color that it's not what I want. I probably need to go get a different kind. Seems to me I should be able to mix it though. In oil paint, I use a lot of red cadmium light, very expensive color and very beautiful color. Can't seem to get a color just like that in the acrylics. And if you know anything about colors, you know you don't mix red, yellow, and blue. Those are the primaries. All colors come from those colors. Alright, I don't know. Don't know if I want to do much more to this or not. Some of the areas have kind of bled in an interesting way, and certain colors have mixed together that I hadn't really counted on. I might just quit on this one and just let it be a very pleasant swirl of color and texture, and just say that's going to be it. I can't say I'm real happy with the blue. I'm having a hard time getting that kind of blue I want too. There's a certain cobalt blue I keep missing in the store. I need to order it like I had to order my phthalo green. And I'll just have to get on that. I cannot get this blue to come out the way I want it to do. Adding the white and it's still just not coming out right. Oh, that's better. I do want to add a little more blue to it. I think it would be better if I do good old phthalo green to get it to work better. Yeah, maybe just a little more lines, a little more contrast in the size of the line. And don't like that dot there. It's not active. I know that may sound strange, but as a colorist, I like my colors to be active. You're not supposed to just sit there. They're supposed to work with the other colors around it and have kind of a scintillating effect. That's better. A little more yellow around it. Well, this is nice. I feel like I've gotten so far done that I'm not worried about the time so much. Just really having a good time playing with it. Oh crud, shouldn't have done that. Oh well. I think I'll use that up in here. Yeah. Alright, I think I'm gonna claim victory and retreat. I still don't like that right there. But I think I better let it dry. Maybe I can just go back into it a little bit. Well, if you like this, it's just because of the way it looks, not because it looks like something you like to see. So you can't have your personal biases when you look at this. So I hope you like it. Please be sure to check out the link in the description to see the final painting. I don't know if I'm going to change this a lot or not. I might just leave it. Also, there's a link to my website and other websites with my work.